So end screen elements can be a little tricky to get at first, but they absolutely can help you get more views and more subscribers to your real estate YouTube channels. So today I'm gonna give you a complete overview of how to use end screen elements, what are some of the common mistakes I see real estate agents making with these end screen elements, and what are the best practices for you to actually get more views and get more subscribers by using this unique YouTube feature. But real quick, this channel is all about helping real estate agents out with social media, video, and technology. If that interests you, hit that little red subscribe button down below. So let's start off by talking about how to actually set up and use end screen elements. So end screen elements are clickable elements that can only be applied to the last 20 seconds of your video. But the benefit is that your viewers can click on these elements on desktop, mobile devices, tablets, and TVs. Now you can either set up the end screen elements when you're first uploading a video, or you can do what I do, which is upload it as unlisted, and then go back later on and click on end screen in order to set up the end screen elements. Now they're gonna present you with several different templates that you can click on to actually apply these to your videos, and you can have up to 4 clickable elements on the end of your video, but it's actually not what I recommend that you do. What I personally do is click on elements, and then I can add these end screen elements one at a time and really customize how I want it set up. Now there's several different types of clickable elements you can add to your videos. The most common one is going to be another YouTube video. Now this can be one of your videos or even a video on somebody else's channel. Let's say you're doing a collaboration with somebody. Maybe you want to send traffic to their channel or their video as well. You can also do an end screen element to a specific playlist, a subscribe button, an entire channel, again if you're doing a collaboration with somebody, or even a link to your website. And you can actually move these elements around on your screen as well. There is some limitation, especially if you have a lot of these clickable elements on the end screen. And with the videos, you can actually stretch them out to make them larger or smaller. Generally speaking, I do try to stretch them out to be as large as possible when I use a video element. So now you know how to actually set up these elements. Let's go over some of the biggest mistakes that I'm seeing real estate agents and really just YouTubers in general making with these end screen elements. So the first mistake is having too many clickable elements. Just because you can have 4 clickable elements doesn't mean that you should have 4 clickable elements. It's not gonna increase your click-through rate by having more options on your screen. Now we all know that when it comes to call to actions, if you have too many call to actions, the viewer is less likely to do any of them. So if you have a call to action to like, follow, subscribe, comment down below, go to my website, email me, follow me on Facebook, follow me on Instagram, most likely they're not gonna do any of those things. But if you have just one call to action, one really purposeful call to action, you really direct people to that call to action, they are far more likely to take that action. So just like you don't want to overdo your video with call to actions, you don't want to overdo your end screen with too many of these clickable elements. So the next mistake I see people making is using an end screen card or graphic. So what I mean by this is that your video is done and it's just a graphic saying click here to subscribe, click here to watch next, click here to watch this video, click here to watch this video. I don't like it when I see YouTubers in general using graphics like that. The reason being is that psychologically, when we see that, we know the video's over and we back out of the video. But the video is actually going on for another 20 seconds. So you essentially have 20 seconds of dead air time that people are just backing out of the video. And this absolutely can have a negative impact on your audience retention percentage. And also the stat that I've heard is that all across YouTube, when you just passively have these end screen elements, you're really not directing people to any specific one. The click-through rate is less than 1% on average all across YouTube. So you're really not using these things to your full advantage and really not driving that much traffic by just passively having these end screen elements. So then what are the best practices? How do you actually use these end screen elements to drive more views and drive more subscribers to your real estate YouTube videos? Well, first I would say that the best practice is to have one end screen element, not 4. If you give your audience just one call to action, they're far more likely to take action on that than if you give them 4 different call to actions. So by having one end screen element, your click-through rate is going to go up compared to having multiple end screen elements. Now, when you have this one end screen element, I want it to be a video, and a specific video that you kind of plan out while you're filming your video so that you can incorporate the call to action to click on this video right here when you're filming your YouTube video. Now, when you're choosing the specific video, ideally it's gonna tie into the video that you're filming, and ideally be in the same bucket of content as the video that you're filming. So for example, the call to action at the end of my video could be something like, so now that you know what the cost of living in Annapolis, Maryland really is, check out this video I did right here breaking down the pros and cons of living in Annapolis, Maryland. Because they're already watching a video about my city, they're much more likely to click on another video about my city. This is going to dramatically increase my click-through rate on these end screen elements, and on many of my videos, I'm seeing a 10 to 15% click-through rate from one video onto the next. And this is turning one viewer into multiple views. Now, something really interesting happens if you get a lot of people watching video A and then going over and watching video B. YouTube is gonna see that data connection between the two of them. They're gonna see like, hey, 15% of the people who watch video A also watch video B. Maybe we should start suggesting video B alongside of video A. And maybe when somebody else watches video A, the next day we should recommend video B on their home screen because we know a lot of viewers watch the same video. So end screen elements can be used to build that data connection between two videos, let YouTube know that these two videos are very similar, and get these videos recommended beside them and shown on the home screen later on to viewers who watch the other video. Now you may be thinking to yourself that you really want people to subscribe to your channel. Shouldn't your call to action be to subscribe rather than watch another video? And I would say no, that in my opinion, it's actually better for you to get somebody to watch 2, 3, 4 of your videos in a row than it is to get them to subscribe. Because one, if they watch 3, 4 of your videos in a row, they're probably going to subscribe after that anyway. But also, if they watch multiple videos of yours in a row, YouTube is going to stalk them with your content for the next 3 to 4 weeks. A week later, they can log into YouTube and YouTube's gonna recommend your content on the home screen. Your content's gonna show up in their search field. Your content's gonna show up as a recommended video. YouTube's gonna stalk them with your content if you can just get them to watch multiple videos of yours in a single session. This is one of the most powerful techniques on YouTube. And I actually think that this technique will get you more subscribers and more views compared to just asking them to subscribe at the end of the video. So now that you know how to use end screen elements properly, the next thing that you really need to learn is what are the best call to actions that real estate agents should be using in their YouTube videos, and more importantly, which call to actions you should not be using in YouTube videos. Luckily, I break that down for you right here in this video. And don't forget to check out my completely free mini course, YouTube Bootcamp for Real Estate Agents. I have a link down to it in the description below. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you over in the next video.